Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda.
All right, good evening, people. One little issue we've got is it hasn't gone to Project Matilda. Or Matilda TV, sorry, we've got to get out of that. Yeah, Matilda TV. But anyway, we'll work that out, guys. We're trying to get everyone over there, but it's going to have a bit of a hiccup tonight, maybe. So back to Rumble or wherever. How are you? Okay, so thanks for everyone's comments on that last night. As I say, guys, we're doing what we've got to do. So, all right, what you got to do, Terry White's chemist. All right, I mentioned this a few times each week. All right. Because they are still coercing children to go and get these frigging bioweapons. So, it's our job to let Terry White chemists know, all right, this is not on, guys. So, all right, we need to get the witness statement out to all the Terry White chemists. It's as simple as that. If it hasn't got there yet, we need to get it there. Okay, I got a back, however. What's going on? Sorry, yeah. Let's try that. See, that's it better. Okay. All right. So, now, Albo's out selling it again, guys. They're all out selling this crap, all right? And what they're doing now, we know that, remember they wanted to be part of your house, you know what I mean? Well, now Albo's out there speaking 500K house, only needs 300K, and the government will give you 200K. Yeah. And they own your house, which they own anyway. But I mean, all these scams are just coming out, guys. They're just all over it. All right. Now, Erica and Serena and Derek are supposed to go back to court tomorrow at 4:28 p.m. this afternoon. Court shut at 4:30. 4:28, they get a phone call to say, "Oh, it's put off. Don't show up." Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and ex parte them tomorrow, guys. That means just charge them without their presence. Okay, wouldn't be surprised if it happened at all. So we'll keep our eye on that, and we will let you know exactly what's going on. Trump, $25 minimum wage. Wow. Wow, that'll boost the economy. That's he's going for it. He's doing it. Russia wants to put some long-range planes in Indonesia. World War III lighting up around the world, guys. It's getting hectic out there, isn't it? We've been saying that for a while, but, you know, we're watching moves and moves every day. So Matilda TV's up now. The propaganda guys, right? The insider, all right? I grew up an anti-vax, but now I'm vaccinating my kids. I want other parents to know it's okay to change their minds. No. And this is bullshit. They are rampant. This is everywhere, guys. This is all the mainstream stuff. You know what I mean? Just incredible what they're actually, you know, up to. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like fast food giants face the axe in Australia. Well, that doesn't matter, you know, but it's Taco Bell. Again, it's a pretty big company, the Taco Bell company. And they're just nailing it, guys. They're just going to shut them down like they're doing to all other industries. So very, very boring out there in the mainstream. Whenever you're right, Caz, very boring in the mainstream. All we're seeing is those two dickheads out there parading around like friggin', mate, it's just so incredibly stupid. Anyway,
Well,
as I said the other night, I think they're doing themselves more damage than we can ever do to them, mate. Tell you the truth.
I don't know what's happened to your audio. It was totally fine, and now it's terrible. But anyway, that's all right. No, you're correct. And look, we have to give acknowledgement to the guy over at What's News. He's done a sensational job covering not just the Greens, but also Albo this weekend.
Mr. Albanese, I have a question for you on behalf of hundreds of thousands of Australians around the country. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hey. There are hundreds of thousands of Australians around the country who are unable to afford housing. And I have a question for you, Mr. Albanese. When are you going to put Australians first?
Mate, that's enough.
Albanese, when are you going to put Australians first?
No, that's enough. Thanks, mate. That's enough. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
I'm here to ask Albanese a question.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
He's just doing what all of the news ought to be doing. Not only that, the opposition should be being the opposition and bailing him up over the in Parliament time. Instead, no, they're running away. But the Teals apparently are paying influencers, as noted here by or discovered here by Sky.
Love to advertise themselves as bringing new standards of honesty and integrity to politics.
Democracy is under threat globally, and what we acknowledge is a post-truth world. Speaker, we can combat cynicism and disbelief only by committing to openness.
And you've told me you want more integrity in politics, you want protections for our whistleblowers, you want to ban gambling ads, and you want to see better behaviour in our parliament from our leaders in our country. These are the priorities you've told me that are important, and this is what I fight for.
Yeah, they're the ones for transparency and accountability. I mean, just ask them, they'll tell you. And some people love them. They love the Teals because they seem so nice and they pretend they can do things, when anyone who understands the system knows they can deliver nothing except Labor Greens governments. But listen to the rap that Allegra Spender gets from one of those so-called influencers, Millie Rose Bannister.
I shadowed an independent MP for a day in Parliament and it flipped what I knew about Aussie politics on its head. Meet Allegra Spender, not a career politician. She's a wicked smart economist, mother, a daily 5K queen, and works in line with the values of her constituents who are real working people and now fights for actual climate action, political integrity and lowering costs of living. She's chill.
Fair enough. She's entitled to her rather rosy view. But are they really her views? It's been revealed that Spender has been paying influencers like Bannister to produce content like this for her. So this is really paid political advertising, yet it's not presented as such. Surely it's a no-brainer, whether the electoral laws have caught up with this or not. If you are into integrity and transparency, it's a no-brainer that where content like this is paid for by the candidate, then it should be declared in the media, just like political ads are authorised. But for the Teals, apparently such transparency isn't so important.
Your fellow independent MP, Allegra Spender, has admitted that she's been paying a social media content creator to make videos talking about, the great things that she's doing. Are you doing this as well?
I'm not, but having said that, I do have someone who works with me who is my media advisor, and she makes social media content.
But should it be clear to voters, people who are looking at this content, that it's paid for by the politician?
Look, I don't really have an opinion on it.
Really?
I think, well...
You don't think voters deserve to know that if someone they're watching is saying great things about a politician, whether they're being paid by that politician?
Look, I'll have to give it some thought. It's not something I've given great thought to myself. Obviously, I haven't engaged in anything like that myself.
You'd have to give that some thought.
Well, I would think that it would be clear. I don't know. I think I'd have to give it some thought, David.
Choosing her words very, very carefully, wasn't she? I wonder why she was choosing her words so carefully. Now, there's also, this has come up as well. Dave, you're on mute if you want to take it off. So somebody's actually discovered that the former Greens and Labor staffers are among the top advisors backing Teal's candidates via Simon Holmes Court's Climate 200.
Look,
now, Simon Holmes Court...
We know what's going on out there, Caz. It's all disgusting, mate. That's it.
It is. It's disgusting. I can't believe that these people are just downright lying. I can't believe that anybody who calls himself an influencer is actually getting money to actually make up stuff, make up rosy things. Like, the whole point of this modern media is in the pursuit of truth and integrity.
And yet we've got a bunch of trolls that make up a lot of bullshit about us, Caz. You know, that's how it works, isn't it?
I know. Shout out to Jay Hernandez for this. Jay, I can't play all of it because of the language, but yeah, I'm right behind you on this one.
Oh, man. Where do I start, guys? Where do I start? Maybe first of all, I'll start off with Michael Gray Griffith having a heart attack. Prayers goes out. The prayers go out to Michael. And then I just saw someone shared a video of the trolls trolling Michael, who's had a heart attack, man, and these disgusting fucking comments that these mentally ill fucking brainwashed cowards are writing is unbelievable, man. How low can a human go? That's the fucking question. These gutless fucking trolls. You're fucking sick in the head, mate. You're going to be watching this. I'm saying this. This is a message from me to you. Karma's going to get you, mate.
I can't play it all, Jay, because we've got a younger audience. But, oh, man, I tell you, it's just unbelievable. So now I haven't... Is this correct?
Totally agree with him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Terrible news yesterday. Rod Cullerton's barristers died 3 hours after his court case. She had a heart attack.
Really? Oh, mate. It's unreal, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Anyway, we're up against it, guys. We know that. I could give you a little bit of information on that, and I may even do that at the end of the show. I don't like to give out some of this stuff that is going on out there, guys, but we got to be aware of it so we can actually react against it. You know what I mean? But they've created a whole environment where everything that you do, everything you take, everything you inject, everything that you rub on your body, everything that you do anywhere, all right, it comes from these guys, is out to get you. All right, and it's incredible, right? They're using some pretty wild technology. But anyway, we're going to overcome it. You know what I mean? We've got some stuff going now. We've got a number tonight about the chemtrails, Caz was telling me earlier. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to use these things because it may be in America, but we're going to have to start.
Oh, Dave, your audio is terrible.
Is it? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Dave, it's terrible. Guys, is it as bad for you, or is it just because I've got the headphones on? Could you just make a comment there? Because, just see if you can fix it. And I'll, look, Chick's actually done this report from us. This is down Albury Way.
I remember back in the 70s. None of this was in the sky. We'd hear a jet plane. And we'd all look up and try and find it. Now they just give the game away. No fun anymore. We used to look up until our necks were sore. And now they just show us exactly where they are. No fun.
Now, one of the things that we do have is this number here. So Operation Skywatch has been ignited. So what they're doing is this. Now they've launched a global crackdown on chemtrails. So you report the chemtrails in your area on this number. So it's 1-800-424-8802. So, yeah, when you see them, report them because
let's get our
know.
info out there, guys. Let's get proactive, get it over to America. Who knows? We might get a phone call, you know what I mean? Do me a favour, when you do that, put our website on there, guys. .org, all right? Stop.sack.org. Just put the link on there. All right, get it out there. So these folks, those connections. It's not, am I better now?
No, only slightly. It's still really bad. All right, now around the traps today, you've got this. Now, shout out to Craig Byrne. So the witness statement documentary investigation, he has got an event number. It's E83009509. And good work there, Craig.
Well done, Craig.
Also around the traps, we have witness statement appearing in places. As you can see there, so shout out to the two people that are putting those around. I don't know that they want their names mentioned, but anyway, well done, because as you can see, somebody here is actually taking note. Also, shout out, this is the Forest of the Fallen at Kentish Council in Tasmania, and this is just before they go in for, and apparently there's going to be a vote of no confidence. So we shall see where that goes.
Yeah, cool. I'm just.
Your audio's going, Caz.
All right, I'm just trying to fix a few things up here. Let's see, am I any better then?
I think they're playing with this.
It's kind of just keep talking for a minute.
Is that any better? Would you like me to sing you a song? Sing us a song, a song of the sea, birds, life fingers. Wouldn't eat them anymore, guys.
Yeah, no, I think it's improved, actually. I think it's improved. So, at least my end. Oh, no, the audience is saying no. All right. We'll just press on through. Now, Nicola Charles, she's come up with something that I did not know about. However, I was curious about something, and it seems to have been proven true. Oh, sorry, around the traps as well. I forgot about this one. So, Craig Kelly. Apparently, the police were called to the ABC today to the protest led by him about defund the ABC. Now, I have no other information on that at this stage. Now, Nicola Charles from the White Rabbit, guys, now she says she's inviting everyone to register private property with the PPSR, so Personal Property Securities Register. Now, the fee is $2. But she said what has happened is under the UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, laws were secretly changed in a conspiracy to take everything you have by hook or by appropriately by crook. So if you bought a car from a dealer in cash, believing that you owned it and it is unencumbered by debt, it's not necessarily so, because under the UCC guidelines, the dealer was permitted to obtain loans, even personal loans, and secure them on your sold vehicle. So if the dealer goes bankrupt, that means that they can come and take your vehicle as collateral. She says, however, if you are one of the lucky ones and you believe your property actually is your property, I would strongly advise that you register it for a small fee below on the PPSR site. Once done, your property can never be used in this way again. So that's ppsr.gov.au, and I shall put it into the chat.
The comment. Well done, use it, guys. All right, this is what we've got to be doing. All right, when people come up with these things, all right, we need to flood them with, Yeah. There you go.
Audio's gone again. That's all right. We'll power on through. Now, this guy has exploded onto the alternative media. We just saw that he had bailed up Albo, And I don't believe it's the first time he's barred about Abbo, actually. But he was very busy on the weekend attending Greens event.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, he's a wank,
You're in
man.
public. You're a volunteer, man. You know how it is.
Why are you filming children at a family day?
It's a public event. There's no right to privacy. I'll blur their faces, actually, because I don't like putting kids on camera.
Yeah, it's pretty weird to be filming
Oh,
kids.
here we
in
go.
public.
These freaks with the bloody trans flags out in front of kids. Think it's weird for me to be talking to... Get out of here. Elizabeth, can I try one more time to ask you a question? Okay.
So this past weekend, I attended 2 separate Greens events to ask the Greens MP Elizabeth Watson-Brown some questions regarding housing and immigration, particularly in relation to the 1 million public houses they plan on building, despite the fact that the country let in 500,000 immigrants last year alone. Now, as you can expect, it didn't go very well. I basically spent the first day waiting around while a bunch of volunteers told me that Elizabeth would be done speaking to other members of the public, and that once she was done, she would come over to me and answer my questions. Well, after seeing that Elizabeth then went to the barbecue to hang around, I realised that I wasn't going to get the chance unless I went up to her. So I did that, and this is how it all played out.
So is Elizabeth still here?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you know where she is?
Yeah, yeah.
Could you tell?
I don't think you're here for, good reasons.
I'm sorry, I said genuine. I'm not going to have a...
How dare he ask a politician
Well, when
questions?
she's finished with the chat she's had,
Yeah.
I'll let her know that you're here, okay?
Unbelievable that these people actually
She's having a
think
chat with
like
someone at
this.
the moment, someone who's
They
disabled.
think they're better than
She's
us.
in the middle of something. I'll let her know you're here when
Okay.
when she's done with that.
I got
What's
one.
your name?
Lawrence.
Lawrence, and
Yeah.
who are you with?
This is independent.
Independent. Like, are you here on your own as a
Yeah,
private
I got...
citizen?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're not here with the group?
No, I'm here with one mate. I've got a private platform I do with politics. We interview politicians from different kind of organisations and parties. So
Right.
I'm not with any party or anything.
Do you have like a handle? Like
Yeah. What's news?
Stop, right,
news?
Zach,
Yeah,
right.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, sorry to interrupt you. I just had a quick question. Mainly about
Oh, sorry,
housing
I'm
and
busy. We're just-
raising the high density housing, and, as opposed.
Just leave it.
I'm allowed to talk to a politician. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not making a scene. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, but she's not here.
So yeah, not great, but determined to ask my question, and seeing that the next event was even closer than the first one, I thought I would come back the next day.
A million homes is going to do anything? So, here we go. She pretty much is running away, and then she's guarding up behind a bunch of bodyguards. So, that's how it goes. Hey, you'll be on camera.
For our family fun day?
Something like that.
They're just cowards, man. Run away behind people. It's like the friggin' Labor Party when I put the acid on over here. They just ran, mate, like little rats, running up the hill. The boss took off and left them all there. You know, these people have got no character, no morals, no ethics. They got no nothing except a humongous pay packet at your expense, guys, to friggin' to do your life in. That's what they're there for.
That's it. Now, look, the Christians are actually starting to stand up. Thank goodness. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah, fine.
So the church leaders have
Time.
issued an open letter defying New South Wales conversion laws and vow to continue their ministry. So the signatories include pastors, ministry workers and lay people. This is in response to the New South Wales Conversion Practices Ban Act. So that is an act that says that they're not allowed to pray for people who are have gender dysphoria, and they're not allowed to minister to them. So unbelievable that any government would put these kinds of restraints on the church. Well, it's not unbelievable. It's totally believable because this is who they are. But anyway, it is now. Rocco has actually been into the salvos and he has discovered this, which he's finding very upsetting, and I do too.
Rocco Vardy reporting to you something very, very disturbing. The fact is now that St. Vincent de Paul places, they have a policy that they cannot sell mattresses due to health reasons. I can tell you now, there's no fucking reason why anyone can sell a mattress because there's a lot of homeless around in Australia, okay? And the reason why they've adopted this policy, these fucking criminals, is they don't want homeless people going into their store to buy in a mattress so they can have a decent night's sleep. It's all about the homeless, guys. I'm not going to get off this subject until something is done, until the Australians wake the fuck up and take back this country. I'm going to point to you. Have a look. See? Now, I can't tell you exactly which branch it is because I need to keep the peace, but I think everyone should be ringing up the head department of St. Vinny's, okay, St. Vincent de Paul's, and fucking complaining as to why they are discriminating against the homeless, right? Raiko Vardy sending tremendous love.
Now, apparently the salvos have been privatised as well. So, which is another interesting aspect because or they've got some sort of, they've been taken over or something like that. I've got to look into that. I haven't done that yet. That's another one on my list of to do.
Can I just throw something in there? Remember when we used to get in trouble for this, guys? Walking around the streets when they had their band coming around in the old days. Remember the salvo band to turn up on the corner and start whacking out tunes in the street and that, you know, especially around Christmas and that. Well, we'd be out going, the salvos are on the scunge again, hurrah, hurrah. The salvos are on the scunge again, hurrah. Now, we were rotten little kids, I'll admit it. But guys, again, we were perfectly correct. The Salvation Army is corrupt. You know what I mean? I got to watch what I'm saying. But we all know, okay? There's things there that need to be looked at. And, you know, here we were all them years ago, 40, 50 years ago, still singing little ditties like that. And now here we find out that we are correct. They're not here.
Dave, your audio is dreadful. So, yeah, it's actually reverberating in my ears. Guys, can you guys give some feedback? What's his audio like for you guys? Because, yeah, it might be just my things here. All right, so now Jackie's got a call out as well. I have to get to that one as well. So she wants a call out to fill the court for Dr. Valerie, who is back in the Supreme Court tomorrow, Wednesday, the 16th, 10:30 a.m. for the determination from today's hearing. It's important for the courts to see how many people are watching. She's also going to, I think, post the link. She posted the link for that one today as well.
Let's back everybody up, guys. All right, we're all in this together. And at the close, I'll let you know why we are all in this together. No getting away. All right, we got to fight.
I think it's only just between. No, there is one there. Dave's audio is very bad. Okay, I thought it was just me. I thought it was just the earphones that was coming through. But anyway,
saying it's all good. You know.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they're being selective.
Hey, have Easter off. Take a long weekend, boys. You know, it's all good. We got the country under control. We don't friggin' need you, all right? You're a bunch of corrupt AFP officers and ASIO, and we got all this under control, boys. So kick in, get some time off because, you're going to be getting a knock on the door soon, I think, about what you've actually done and what you've been doing. So, yeah, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, that's one person who is enjoying his campaign is Kamenzuli, and I can't help but like him just because of how much fun he's having.
I'm here with Joseph and Mason. We've got our scooters. We're out in St. Clair. They've just popped by to say hello because they saw the big balloon that's up here in the sky. We've got our balloon going. How cool is that? And guess what else we've done? We've got a new scooter. We've got a new lead scooter. Mason has turned his campaign scooter into the lead campaign scooter.
Organised by Ross Stevens. He's just having so much fun. He's just making big jokes about it and that sort of stuff, rather than running away from people asking questions. Like, yeah. Someone who hasn't run away as well is Jared Reddick, and he really addresses this. I have to give Michael Gray Griffiths compliments on this because he's done a really good job. He nailed him on this.
Because you're the maths man, yes. I asked you a question, can we pay the $1 trillion off and not leave it to our children?
Yeah.
Say what you just said to me.
Well, yes, we can. At 40 years at 25 million, I believe we can do it. The two ways to do it is A, we have to increase the tax rate on profits sent offshore, and we have to, and by doing that, we retain our own earnings here because we have 7 million square kilometres we have title over. That is equity on a balance sheet, right? So, but what we do now is we borrow printed money, what someone other country prints, and because we don't tax it high enough, all our profits, whether it's interest, royalties and rent, gets paid offshore. We then re-borrow that money back in as debt right? So we let the earnings go offshore. We borrow it back as debt, and that's what increases our...
Why do we do that? Why it seems so...
Because in the same way our children were brainwashed about climate change in this generation, we were brainwashed about you can't print money out of thin air, right? It's not a question of whether or not you print money out of thin air. Money is also a mortgage or debt is a legal instrument. Equity or title is a legal instrument. It is something you create. What comes out of thin air is that very wealth. Rain, sunlight and soil. That is what we already have title over. Yet we've been brainwashed into thinking we can't print money. So we go and borrow money that's been printed by other central banks and then pay them interest against our own assets. Right, and that is completely insane.
Sounds
insane. A, increase the withholding tax rate on profits sent offshore, and B, secure equity over our infrastructure here. Start building dams and power stations, tunnels, ports, airports and telecommunications. The income from that will help, pay off our debt as well as provide future income for future generations.
He's all over it. He's all over it. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what they're doing.
How do we instigate the changes, Caz? That's the thing, because that's what we're up against, guys. We're to get behind everybody out there to get enough over the line if they're going to go ahead with this election, right, to actually get in there and be a voice of making changes, guys, all right? It's up to us. I know, all right? It's treasonous. We shouldn't be doing it. There's sometimes when you're in a fight, I'll go back fighting because that's what I used to do, or surfing, all right? But let's go fighting. Sometimes you just got to, back into the corner, take a couple, right, and let him think that, you're not too well, all right? And then as soon as he starts to look like he's tiring a little bit, you just pick a spot, guys, and you bang him, all right? And this is what we got to do, all right? We got plenty of spots to pick, and if we all do it continually, all right, we've got these guys. We have got them, all right? But it's going to take work, all right? A real lot of work, all right, on our behalf, right, to actually get this up and over the line. Believe me, it'll be work, guys. And if you're not prepared to work, I was somewhere today and a conversation come up. These people are coming around, you know what I mean? But they're still so uneducated, you know what I mean? He's complaining about the guy down the road who's actually earning $190 for driving a tower crane a year, 190 grand a year for being in a tower crane. And he's going, that's bullshit. And I'm going, well, hang on. He's sitting in a tower crane doing a high rise. He's worth 190 grand. The problem is, Matt, our country's been, I shouldn't use that, our country's been raped, pillaged and plundered, and the money's not here. If we had the money that was over to us, everyone could be on 190,000 a year, and we have no problems. Sorry, Caz. Okay.
Yeah, and also on top of that, with the resources that we've got, we could have free education, free
Is it better, Caz?
Yeah, that's heaps better, actually.
Okay, so my Wi-Fi is, I'm hotspotting phones here, guys. We've got no Wi-Fi
hang
at
on.
the moment. They're playing games again.
Yeah, no, as you're talking, it's going in and out a bit, but it is better, but it's not as good as it was. Guys, before the show, it was perfect. So I don't know what's going on, but look, as Richard Dennis here on Q&A, he actually outlined the problem because all of our resources are being given away for nothing. And also our universities are charging us. So listen to this.
Richest countries in the world. We're the third biggest fossil fuel exporter in the world. And in Saudi Arabia, when the price of oil goes up, they feel rich. And in Qatar, when the price of gas goes up, they feel rich. But we've so cooked our tax system that in Australia, the third biggest fossil fuel exporter in the world, when the price of oil and gas and coal go up, we feel poor. We call it an energy crisis. We call it a cost of living crisis. Now, in Norway, which is also a big fossil fuel exporter, they tax their fossil fuel industry and give their kids free university education. In Australia, we subsidise. But get this, in Australia, we subsidise the fossil fuel industry. We give more than half of the gas we export away for free, and we charge our kids a fortune to go to uni. Tell me politics is boring. Tell me budgets are boring.
All right. Look, and he's absolutely correct, because what happens is everything is political. I'm not, they've made it out to be boring on purpose so that you would tune out and basically become disinterested in it and not pay attention. But everything is political. If you need to put your kid into a childcare, that's political. It's how you're going to afford it. If you need to continue to work, yeah, that's political. If you can't afford your groceries, that's political. Everything goes back to it being political, okay? There's politics behind pretty much everything.
Yeah, and I'm sick of them putting pressure on young parents of kids in preschools. You know, like, mate, these 4-year-old jabs, and they got to get this last jab. They got to give them right before they get out of preschool is deadly, Caz. It's deadly, man. And they are pushing so hard. Friggin' Terry White is out there inviting them to the chemist to come and get it. You know, guys, well, you know, this is not on, man. I tell you what. The other day, right, a friend of mine stopped down here with his children, his grandchildren, and they were up on the wharf and I was on the back of the boat. And we're having a chat. I done work with this guy on his house, you know. He's done a few investments, properties and that, and I've built, you know, bits and pieces. And, you know, when he walked away with a younger grandkid, I walked in here back into the boat, and Mel could see what was going on, and I just welled up and broke down, guys. I broke down. I just started crying my eyes out. Because God's given me a talent to look at these little kids, and what I see in their eyes is not good. It is not good. They are killing them, man. And you can see it, right? And it's so hurt. It just hurts. You know, I love kids, man. I'm the Pied Piper when it comes to kids. I've coached kids all my life. I've won state titles for kids. I've motivated them. You know, I just love our youth, you know, and the young ones coming through. And I've got grandkids and granddaughters. I've got a grandkid that's absolutely brilliant, man. And we kept it clean too, in a way. You know, we've been lucky that we've been able to detox him and do stuff. But, you know, guys, don't let them do it. We've got to stand up, and we've got to stand up together, because I tell you, the amount of kids out there, it is 1 in 36 now, guys, that are autistic. 1 in 36, and the others are spectrum injured. You can see it in their eyes. Don't tell me you can't, all right? Because you're awake and you can see it. It's the spirit we've got in us. Caz put that on at the end of the thing last night to go. So, guys, start fighting for these kids, will you? Start fighting for these frigging kids, man. Stop the jabs. They're killing yous. All right, this is my rant.
Oh, that's all right. It's probably all right for the crew, but it's horrendous, like, through me. But so, look, all right, we got some really awesome memes happening, though. So vote for Labor, and then there's Xi Jinping. Now, this actually came from Reignite Democracy, and it's brilliant. Greens belong in salads, not in Parliament. This one from Jag Talks, it says, world exclusive breaking news. Albo releases first pick of his 100K houses, first homeowners only, and it's a pile of Lego.
Yeah, how many houses have I got now? You know, people sleep. It's just ridiculous. These guys just need to be put on show. And they're running away. Every time someone goes in, an independent wants to ask him a real question, what do? They do the bolt. Or they got their little minders there jumping in front, being, oh, how you going? Hey, man, I don't think I can hold myself back, Caz. You know what I mean? I really couldn't, man. I'll be giving that guy done really well, because I would have been giving him a mouthful. Okay, Caz.
No, I can't listen to you. Sorry, it's just horrendous. It's vibrating. Shh, be quiet, okay? All right, so Rod Cullerton, we're at 39, okay? Look, listen to Rod here. We're having some wins.
Know which end of a sheep ate grass, and yet they're out there advocating at these meetings for the farmers. So all of a sudden there's this thing with stopping sheep. Out goes this unelected official, a panel selected by the government.
Suits.
Yeah, so they've got no idea of the industry.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden they have this meeting at Muresk or Katanning and all that. So all the farmers come, and who talks? West Australian Farmers Federation, who are politically cloned. What then this advisory committee, it starts contracting with what they call the farmers' peak bodies. because a lot of the farmers sit quiet and allow these guys to take over the forum. And the government contracts with them. So the peak bodies get up and they go, oh, yes, well, you know, we need more time. Hang on, we're altering the terms now.
Yeah.
We need more time. So there you go. You're accepting that they have the power to shut down your industry.
Which they don't.
Which they don't, but the farmers haven't said anything. And then they come out and say, look, we've negotiated with the peak bodies on behalf of the farmers. And, of course, they get the ABC TV there. So then they put it out into the public. Boom, goes the farmers' industry. But I went to former Senator Len Harris and former Senator Bob Day and said, would you sign a quo rento, which means against Murray Watts. A quo rento is show me your power that can apply that law to shut down a right of commerce and trade and override our founding deed. So they witnessed the quo rento. I served it on him at 4 o'clock Friday afternoon. By 9 o'clock Monday morning, he was removed as Agriculture Minister. So then, because he was caught out.
It seems quite sinister, and it seems like it's pointing towards corporatising farming.
And Labor have completely have this whole country go to overseas influences, like through corporations, taking away the family farms. And Barnaby Joyce, out of his own words when I was in Parliament, and John Anderson, who was the Deputy Prime Minister for the Nationals, said, why do we need family farmers when less corporate farms can do the job?
This is something that's really close to my heart because a lot of my close friends...
All right, so look, so the key of that is he actually served them, got the correct structure of law, served it to them, and he resigned. So we are happy when Rod's doing some really good work. So that's awesome. So, all right, so tonight we're going out to Rocking Housewife, and we need a break. So Dave, if you would like to wrap up and close the show. Take your headphones off.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It is.
Okay. This is just a little bit of stuff, guys. But I mean, it needs to be talked about because this is what they're doing to us, okay? This is not fear mongering. This is realistically what these guys are up to and why you need to look after yourself and be careful what you're putting on your body. All right. This is why I got into the shopping club that I'm into, you know what I mean? And I'm buying stuff that I know works well. I've given it to my family. Everyone's tested it, guys. The stuff's brilliant. But I'm going to tell you, what you're getting out there is this, that the genocide has never ended. It evolved. In 2025, Fauci's hidden bioweapon is not a needle. It's ceramides, a molecular Trojan horse disguised as skincare, food additives, clean beauty trends. This is not about looking healthy. It's about being silently rewired. These aren't just lipids, they're engineered delivery systems designed to what? And we're seeing all this, guys. Shut down your hormones. All right? Crush reproductive cycles. Alter behavior. We're seeing all this now. Rewrite DNA through RNA sequences. Fauci knew, DARPA funded it, NIH developed it, and now it's everywhere. So ceramides equal what? A soft kill bioweapon. Leaked DARPA documents and CDC whistleblower memos prove the truth. Ceramides in baby formula. Linked cognitive delays. Fortitri developed ceramides in school and prisons. Skincare kits, guys. Skincare kits. Ceramide oils added to SNAP food for poor minority families. This is how they target us, guys. BARTA's scalp program deployed neurosuppressant hand sanitizers in public schools and board camps. And in March 2025, a Fort Detrick microbiologist vanished before publishing classified data. His final message was chilling. Molecules are alive. They're rewriting cells. This is the weapon they always wanted. No bullets, no explosion, just invisible surrender. Guys, as my little sheet of paper says here, all right, that my goal is what my goal is, and this is what you got to do to get my body, mind, and spirit aligned to allow me and you, right, to promote what? Global ascension and spiritual awakening. That's how we will beat this, guys. All right? But that's not fear porn. I'm just laying it out to you. This is a war. We've been in it 5 years, and these guys are not happy about how much progress we've made. So let's go, people. Come on, let's go. Get the witness statement out. All right? Get it everywhere. All right? Start get event numbers. That's 3 genuine event numbers we've got, guys. Excellent. All right? It's up to us. We showed you last night there is 6% of the guys and 3% of the women that actually can read what's going on here. You have a job. You have a responsibility. Like I said to that gentleman today, when your kids sit on your knee in another fucking 5 or 10 years and say, hey, Dad or Granddad, what did you do? How did you go fighting that thing back there? And what are you going to say to him, mate, is what I said to him, that you just ignored it and kept working and you never fought for your kids or your grandkids? That's what's coming to you people. So wake up now. So thanks to everybody that's awake. Thanks to everyone that's woken up and got on board. But, geez, we've got some work to do, guys. It's a duty. Let's do it. Good night.
What happened to my country? How can this be? Our rights are being taken away. We can't speak free, but we're tied up at work. Too poor to take a break. The most successful we are, the more taxes we must take. Middle class is going fast. We need a fucking break. Ignite the fight. So wise up now, don't wait for tomorrow's light. Stand together, brothers and sisters, do what is right. What happened to my country? How can this be? Our rights are being taken away. We can't speak free, tied up at work, too poor to take a break. The more we rise, the more taxes we must take. Middle class is fading fast. We need a break. What happened to my country for our freedom's sake? Oh, the Labor Party's dressed in pretty colors, bright.